Hey guys, this is Champion Marks here for another narrated Wi-Fi battle. Debuting a new team here, new RU team, because I wanted to do more low-tier stuff, because I'm actually liking the low-tier stuff, and my old RU team kind of sucked, especially with the changes in the tiers, which made it not an RU team anymore. But anyway, this was a battle versus Monferno319 that I found on some stream, and it was really long, because I used toxic spikes. But anyway, let's get going. So yeah, he leads off with a Hitmonlee. He has to switch out because I have a Quillfish with Intimidate, so he can basically do nothing to me unless he randomly carries Earthquake like a Hitmonlee I used to carry that was Scarfed. But yeah, I get some Toxic Spikes out there as he goes into a Galvantula. Threatens me out with Thunder, so I go into my Clefable, which takes it pretty darn well. And I see that he's Life Orb, which is awesome, because if I get him poisoned, which I more than likely will, because I don't... Wait, I think he did have a Rapid Spinner on this team, but if he gets his Galvantula poisoned, he has no Heal Veller, so he'll never be able to get rid of that poison, and poison plus Life Orb does a lot of damage, even though it's not badly poisoned, but whatever. He brings in his Torkoal here. I go for a Wish. I'm not sure what I want to do with the Wish, but I go for the Protect, I think. Yeah, I go for the Protect, because I just want to get my HP up and get a little bit of toxic damage on him as he tries to go for the Rapid Spin to get rid of the Toxic Spikes, which, yeah, that doesn't go so well for him, because I do have the Protect, and here I'm just going to switch out into my Rotom, DC if lose, because that's what happens every freaking time I try and battle. Except, not every time, but a lot. And here I'm thinking... What was I thinking? I'm thinking Choice Specs Volt Switch, that's what I'm thinking. It does a lot, but I was actually expecting it to KO, but it does like half, I think. So I guess maybe his Torkoal has special defense EVs or something? Because I expected that to do a lot more. But he just goes for some Stealth Rocks. I'm okay with that, because I don't think I have any Stealth Rock weak stuff on this team, if I remember correctly. I could. No, I don't. But yeah. He's threatened out because I have Waterfall on this thing, so yeah, I just... Wait, I don't think I go for the Waterfall. Yeah, I go for the Waterfall. Okay. Oh yeah, I went for the Waterfall because I really did not want him to Rapid Spin and get rid of those Stealth Rock. Rid of the Toxic Spikes I already had, because that kind of would have been a pointless turn. But whatever. I switch back out my Clefable as he goes for the Thunder, and it does... like a third, I think, and his Galvantula's getting pretty darn low. He's only got like one attack left. Now, I go for the Wish. What I should have done is go for the Protect and let him die to the poison instead of the Life Orb, because then he wouldn't be paralyzed right now as he gets the Parahax on the Thunder. And Parahax hates me, so I don't get to use Wish. And I'm basically stuck at like 33%-ish right now, which is kind of bad, because that means that he can easily revenge kill me with I don't know what, but he can easily revenge kill me with it. Goes into his Hitmonlee. Don't know why, because, yeah, I pretty much wall this thing completely with my Quillfish, especially after the Intimidate. He gets Fighting Gem Close Combat, and it still does almost nothing, and he gets the drops in defense and special defense, and yeah, he was basically forced to switch out, so he just literally wasted his Unburden for like nothing. Anyway, he goes into his Sceptile, and I knew he'd switch, so I went for Toxic Spikes again to, like, I don't know what he was going to switch into, but I was hoping it would be something that wasn't already poisoned, so, you know, I could get the poison badly on it, but he goes into Sceptile, which is kind of meh, because it is poison now, so it's going to be taking a lot more damage than, well, it'll be taking residual damage anyway. But he's got two things that aren't poisoned on his team, and I kind of forget what they are, but they're the only things that'll be badly poisoned. But, you know, if they're sweepers, that's going to be helpful. If they're walls, it's going to be really helpful. But yeah, his Sceptile gets up Sword Dance, goes for Flying Gem Acrobatics, but I have Uxie that's mixed bulky, and with the spread I've got, both of its defenses got like over 300, which is awesome. And I take that Acrobatics actually really well, go for the U-turn, and go into my Gligar, named Friday, because, you know, Gligar is super mega awesome, and so is Friday. But anyway, he goes for Leaf Blade, and even with the Sword Dance boost thing, does barely half. I'm like, wow, that's cool. I can live another one of those. I approve. So I'm like, go for the roost, go for the roost. But he gets a crit, so I kind of die. But thankfully, the poison rack up and U-turn damage is enough to be able to have killed the Skeptile, so it's a double down, which is perfectly okay with me. Because, you know, that gets Skeptile out of the way, and with the Unburdened Sword Dance, it's pretty damn threatening. It goes into this Hitmonlee again, and even though it was an Unburdened Sweeper, as I saw earlier, I'm fearing that it may have the Sucker Punch to kill my Rotom, because, you know, some of them still carry Sucker Punch, even though they're Unburdened Sweepers, so they'll be really fast. And he goes for Blaze Kick, so I was like, okay, I probably could have stayed in, but... And he gets a crit. Now, it's like, wow, damn it, stop haxing me. This is like the haxiest game I've had in, like, months. But whatever, he goes for the Blaze Kick again, because... I don't know, I guess he doesn't carry Stone Edge or something, maybe, and yeah, I just kill him with a Waterfall and return crit him, so ha ha ha, lol lol lol, crit. And he goes into his Torkoal here again, and it doesn't die the Stealth Rocks. I was like, wow, okay, go for the Waterfall. And Torkoal is out of there, which is good, because that means he can't Rapid Spin away my Toxic Spikes, so the last two things he has will definitely get badly poisoned. And one of the things he has just happens to be this Spinda right here. I'm like, okay, it's obviously going to be a contrary set, but I don't know what else it's going to have, so I decided to go for the Taunt to stop him from using any non-attacking moves, but he tricks me a Choice Scarf, and I'm like, sad face, because now my Quillfish is practically useless. But, yeah, and the Taunt really didn't do anything, because I thought this thing would be a Trick Room Sweeper, like I've seen one person use, but whatever. Goes for the Psycho Cut as I switch into my Sunday to Uxie, and that did, like, I don't even know what that did, but it was, like 3 damage, maybe? I don't know, but that was, like, nothing. And, yeah, basically he's just going to start spamming Superpower with get his contrary attack and defense boosts, because that's basically the only thing that Spinda is good for. And I'm just going to heal Bell, because in the event that I want my Clefable in the back to go for Protect for some Toxic Stalling, it will have no chance of getting Parahaxed and having me die, because I just heal Belled it off. And this Spinda is going to start setting off on me, but I really don't care, because it's a Spinda, it's not that powerful, even with bajillion attack and defense boosts. And yeah, there I fail as I go into my Quillfish, thinking Intimidate would drop his attack, even though I'm fully aware that he had Contrary. I just forgot that, you know, what Contrary did, even though I knew he'd get boosts from Superpower. I was thinking, yo, even though he's got Contrary, he's totally going to get attack drop from Intimidate. And I was like, fuck, Intimidate boost, because he has Contrary. Fail. But, yeah. Go for the Waterfall, because he gave me a Scarf, so I'll be faster, just get a little bit of damage. And that did, like, a 4th, even though he already has, like, what, 3 defense boosts? Man, Spinda, you just suck so hardcore that it's amazing. And he gets poison stuff all the way down to, like, red. I'm thinking, okay, maybe he doesn't have the Sucker Punch, probably, sort of. I don't know, because he's probably running a Stab move along with Psycho Cut, Superpower. I'll just go for the Volt Switch with my Rotom, just so I can, you know, bring something in to maybe handle what he's got next. I don't know. But yeah, thankfully I got up both layers of Toxic Spikes, because he had Sharpedo left, and with this thing throwing around Protects everywhere to get speed boosts, that poison is really useful. And yeah, I just leave in Uxie to die, because if he has Life Orb, that's, you know, free Life Orb damage, and he just took like a quarter of his HP, and it's only been 1 turn, so yeah, this thing's not going to be lasting too long. Here, I basically just go into Metachamp, because I'm thinking it's probably the best thing to fodder, because even though it's Scarf, it's not going to be outspeeding, and I do have 2 other things on this team that I can use, but I want to use Clefable last, just so I can get the Protect. And he goes for a Waterfall. I was expecting this to kill, but I live with lucky number 7 in HP, and smack him in the face with a Thunder Punch for the win! Good game, Monferno. It was awesome. I love RU. Comment, rate, sub, and goodbye, all you people.